Naomi. I'm home.
Well, I see he gave you some grain. What else happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, nothing that I was expecting. I mean, you know what would have happened if I would have tried that stunt in back home in Moab?
Boaz must have at least said something.
He called me a woman of noble character. Is that good?
Yes.
Back home, that's what they say about you, if they think you're ugly. And grain is something they give to an ox.
I hear wedding bells.
Naomi, are you feeling all right?
Ruth, my beautiful friend, Ruth. There is no greater compliment for a woman in all Israel than to be called a woman of noble character.
But how do you know he's going to marry me? It was just one little compliment and some grain.
Boaz is your Goel.
My what?
He's your Goel, your kinsman redeemer.
Okay.
It's a tradition that started a long time ago. When a man dies before having children, his relatives must marry the dead man's wife and have children with her. So the dead man's name will be passed on to future generations.
You Israelites have some strange customs. Are you saying that Boaz would marry me, but our children will bear the name of my first husband?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's not fair to Boaz. Our children would inherit his money, but they would carry some other man's name.
A man would have to see something very special in a woman to do that, wouldn't he?
Do you really think so?
Think so. I know so.
I'm still a little foggy about your customs.
Boaz is second in line to redeem you as his wife. Boaz now has to go to the city gate to try to talk your first redeemer into waiving his right to marry you.
You're kidding. He would do that for me.
Did he cover you with his blanket when you slept at his feet last night?
Yes.
He would do that for you, my special friend. Go now.
Go where?
To the city gates, to see if Boaz can win you from your first redeemer.
Why don't you go?
I'm going to stay here and pray.
Pray? For what?
Your first redeemer is a very wealthy man. He knows, everybody in Bethlehem knows what a beautiful woman you are inside and out. Boaz will have to do some slick talking to win you away from him. Go. And stay out of sight. If he sees how beautiful you are, there is no way he'll let Boaz have you. Go.
Naomi. I'm home.
Well. How did it go?
I don't know. I couldn't hear what they said.
Well, then what did they do?
They each took off a sandal and exchanged them.
Yes.
Is that good?
Ruth, my friend, my beautiful faithful friend. That is good, that is very good.
You mean I can marry Boaz?
Yes, I will now walk you down the aisle and give your hand in marriage to Boaz. I wish I could do more. If I were the Lord, I would put you into the line of the Messiah.
Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances.
You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.